that smile. I like that smile. She's a nice smile.
A statewide unity conference against racial injustice took place Saturday at the Jackson Medical Mall. Organizers gathered to allow Mississippi residents dealing with racial injustice an opportunity to tell their story.
Okay, well, I'm here today because my cousin was Damian Cameron, and he was killed by Rankin County Police Department, and I'm just here for support for my cousin, and also I'm here for the awareness of putting the abuse that's going on in nursing homes around the world, the 50 states. We actually went yesterday to Georgia to meet a patient that is dealing with abuse and neglect in a nursing home, and we're trying to support him, and I want to go around to all 50 states to try to help all the nursing homes.
Well, we're slowly coming around. A change will come. We're all gonna make sure a change come. It's just like we're still living like back in the days, but we got like an ancestor and stuff. But right now, we got the resources to fight back and change stuff. We want everybody to be okay. For the family members, because they can sleep in their bed at night knowing that their loved one is taken care of. These kids out on the street, the families ought to be able to lay down at night and knowing the police is not gonna kill them. It's not a hate crime. We just want to be able to sleep at night and take care of our loved ones.
Held at the Piccadilly restaurant in the Medical Mall, those in attendance were provided with legal and political support from some of the top civil rights attorneys and activists in the nation.
Yes, well, actually, I'm the founder of Men Against Murder and People Can Change Youth Movement, but the whole piece is that this is not just a Mississippi issue. This is an issue that is going on around the country. But what we have also seen in Mississippi is a level that has maybe been higher in different areas with the violence and in being also unaccountability for it. And I think that that's what we are here for today, is accountability. I worked with the youth that was Freddie Gray's friends when he was killed in Baltimore. And so to see it firsthand all around the country, I think that we have to let people and families know that they are not alone. And I think that that is the key piece. So I'm not saying just clergy. I'm saying the community person. I'm saying the person that is working as your mailman and everything else. Everyone has to see that this is not an individual situation. And if we can actually stand, you know what I'm saying, together, I think that we would have a stronger voice to do that.
Unfortunately, shootings are like this, and excessive police abuse, and in particular Mississippi, this is torture. So I'm here because we went to Sanford, Florida for Trayvon Martin. We went to Ferguson for Michael Brown, and it's sickening. And so we're here pretty much to put some strong resources in place. Sister Potts have been screaming at us like, hey, come to Mississippi. So when I think of Mississippi, I think about Mississippi burning. I think about coming to Hattiesburg. Marvin Winans, the gospel singer, flew me down here, and we were fighting for a pastor who was being set up, so to speak, by the feds. So every time I come here, it's not for soul food. It's for, some BS. And so we're upset about what happened. And to know that these officers who shot Michael Jenkins in his mouth is still working disturbs my spirit. It should disturb everybody's spirit. So I come here on the footsteps, on the shoulders of Medgar Evers. Coming in here, and I know my brother flew in. It's amazing how they shot him in the back of his head, as Reverend Sharpton taught me. Blessed to work with him for 6 years. Shot him in the back of his head as he aspired to go into his house and eat dinner with his family. But to know that the airport is in his name right now says a lot. So the same hope that those individuals had in the 60s, we should have that same hope in 2023. When Dr. King was alive, there was 300,000 black men in prison. Today there's 1.6 million. And so we come here to Mississippi today to get justice and to give people resources that may not have it.
Priscilla Sterling spearheaded the event. Priscilla, a close relative of slain teenager Emmett Till, saying she wants to help others in Mississippi get justice when she could not for her cousin.
We are putting this on due to the fact of all the hate incidents that are coming out of Mississippi. I don't know if you all are aware, but there are other incidents besides Michael Jenkins, Rasheem Carter. There's another young man will be here who was 4 white guys picked him up and they refused to let him out the car, and when he tried to get out the car, they jumped on him, broke his arms, and he kicked the windows out, and he was able to get out the car to tell this story, but the police refused to do anything about it or arrest the men that were responsible for breaking his arm and calling him all these racial names. And it's right near Taylorsville what happened to Rasheem Carter. So the reason why we're here today is to discuss the many injustices that are going on here in Mississippi right now.
We're exhausted. I feel off passion. We've gotten 25 cops fired, 10 years. The same shootings happened in Mississippi, happened in Charlotte, North Carolina, happened in Atlanta, Georgia. So it just motivates me to continue to give people resources because I've seen the check cut for George Floyd. I've seen justice where the doors open up on an inmate who was falsely accused. So it just motivates me. I heard Michael Jackson, once he won 8 Grammys for Thriller, he wanted some more Grammys. So as we seek justice and we are successful in justice, and justice ain't always a lawsuit. Sometimes it's just giving family hope, you know, out of no hope. I think that's the best thing about it. But that's not exhausting. I think every black man should wake up in this country like a gazelle. In Africa, when the gazelle wakes up, it knows that the lion is after him. So that passion should fuel you to keep running and keep fighting until we get out of, you know, the hills and hills of America, until things get better.
I want to show this here. It's very important that we actually talk about the legacy of the Emmett Till family and what they've done, and also what we're planning on doing in the future. We're actually going to, when school year comes back at Jackson Public Schools, we're going to be going around to different schools and educating people about the Emmett Till story, and then actually find out relatable stories that people have experienced, that the Emmett Till family experienced as well, so we can have our own historical documentation of how we are able to find solutions for the problems that's in our community. We don't, you know, legislators and politicians and preachers, yeah, it's important that we have all of them at the table, but we need to have the people's voice at the table. It needs to be the people's voice and their choice. So that's why it's important that everybody look at these heroes, these people who've actually had courage when they was in a situation where people didn't talk up for them. So now we're the voiceless people that's talking and giving them voice to their lives. The ones that's here and the ones that's passed. We want to make sure we appreciate their lives and their legacy and what they had to do contribute to our people. Thank you.